My wedding dress hung in my mother's cedar closet for 3 years, 4 months, and 17 days, preserved in a garment bag that smelled of lavender and memories. I hadn't opened it since the day I took it off that rain-soaked afternoon, when James left his tuxedo in a heap on my bedroom floor and drove away without looking back. But today was my sister Chloe's engagement party, and she'd asked, her voice soft over the phone, "Would you mind if I tried it on? Just for photos?" Something borrowed, something borrowed, the old superstition, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. Chloe had always been sentimental like that, so I drove to my mother's house. The afternoon sun turning the suburban streets golden. The key was under the same ceramic frog by the back door. The house smelt of lemon polish and quiet. My father gone 5 years now. My mother at bingo on Thursdays. The cedar closet sighed when I opened it. There, between my father's old winter coats and my mother's bridesmaid dresses from the 70s, hung the garment bag. White, opaque, zipped tight. I lifted it out carefully. It felt lighter than I remembered. The dress inside had weighed me down that day, layers of silken tulle, beading that caught the light, a train that trailed behind me like a promise I couldn't keep. In my old bedroom's door, pink, still plastered with high school debate trophies. I laid the bag on the bed, took a breath, unzipped it. The scent that wafted out wasn't lavender, it was jasmine, Chloe's perfume, and the dress wasn't as I'd left it. There was a faint stain on the hem, champagne maybe, dried to a pale gold shadow, a tiny snag in the lace at the waist, carefully repaired with thread that didn't quite match, and tucked into the bodice like a secret it couldn't hold anymore to photograph. I picked it up with trembling fingers, a wedding photo, Chloe in my dress, veil lifted, smiling up at a man whose face I knew better than my own. James, my James, wearing a suit I'd never seen, holding her hands, standing in front of a courthouse I recognized, the one downtown, with the stone steps where we'd sat, eating ice cream the summer we met. The date stamped in the corner, October 12th, last year. 4 months after she'd comforted me through what she called the worst breakup of my life. 2 weeks after she'd stayed over, holding me while I cried, saying, "Men like him don't deserve women like us." My legs gave out. I sat on the edge of the bed, the photograph burning in my hand. The room tilted, the pink walls closing in, the debate trophies blurring into shiny, mocking shapes. I remembered that day, October 12th. Chloe had told me she was going on a silent retreat. No phones, no contact, just meditation and healing. She'd hugged me tight before she left. "I need this, sis, to process everything you've been through." I'd packed her a care package. Tea, a journal, scented candles. She'd texted me a heart emoji from the road. It was the last I'd heard from her for 3 days. 3 days, enough time to get married to my ex, in my dress. I looked at the photograph again. Chloe's smile was radiant, unguarded, the smile she'd worn when we were little and she'd gotten away with something. James looked content, settled, the way he'd never looked with me in 3 years. A sound escaped me, half laugh, half sob. It echoed in the quiet room. The dress lay between us on the bed, a ghost of a wedding that should have been mine. The stain on the hem seemed to pulse in the afternoon light. Champagne toast. I wasn't invited to. I thought of all the times she'd come over since then, sitting at my kitchen table, drinking my wine, offering dating advice. "You'll find someone better," she'd say, her hand covering mine, while wearing his ring under her glove, while lying to my face with every breath. The photograph was creased, as if it had been folded and unfolded many times, a secret she revisited, a victory she savored. Outside, a car door slammed. My mother's voice called, "Leela, are you here?" I stood up slowly, slid the photograph into my pocket. It felt like carrying a live wire against my thigh. "In my room, Mom." She appeared in the doorway, grocery bags in hand. "Did you find it?" she asked, smiling. Then she saw my face. "Honey, what's wrong?" I looked at the dress, at my mother's concerned eyes, at the room where Chloe and I had once shared secrets under blankets with flashlights. "Nothing," I said, my voice strangely calm. "Just memories." I zipped the garment bag closed. The jasmine scent still hung in the air, sweet and cloying. Chloe's engagement party was tomorrow. She was marrying someone else now. Wow, nice man named Brian she'd met 6 months ago. The wedding was set for spring. She'd asked me to be her maid of honor. I'd said yes. Of course, thought sisters stick together through everything. But that was before I knew what everything included. I picked up the garment bag. I'll bring it to her, I said. My mother nodded, still watching me. You sure you're okay? I smiled, the same smile Chloe wore in the photograph. Never better. And as I walked out of the house, the dress swinging gently in its bag, the photograph a hidden weight in my pocket, I made a decision. Chloe wanted something borrowed for her wedding. She'd already taken my dress. She'd already taken my man. Tomorrow night at her engagement party, surrounded by everyone we love, I'd give her something new, the truth, and we'd see how borrowed happiness held up when the owner came to collect that night. I didn't sleep. I sat on my living room floor with the photograph laid before me like evidence in a crime I hadn't known was committed. Chloe's smile, James's arm around her waist, my dress glowing white under a courthouse sun. I traced the creases in the photo full the secret she'd kept, a lie she'd lived. I remembered all the little moments that suddenly made sense. The way she'd flinch when James's name came up, how she'd change the subject. Every time I wondered aloud if he was seeing someone new, the new necklace she wore, a simple gold chain James had once said he'd only give to the one. She'd called it a gift from Brian. I'd believed her. Now Brian sweet, clueless Brian was planning a life with a woman already married to my ex. And tomorrow, at the engagement party, Chloe would stand in front of our family, our friends, our entire world, and promise forever to a man while hiding another in her past. In her present, in her legal marriage certificate, I picked up my phone, scrolled to James's number still saved, still unused, since the day he left. My thumb hovered. Then I texted not a question, a statement. I know about you and Chloe. October 12th, the courthouse. My dress, the 3 dots appeared immediately, disappeared, reappeared. He was typing, deleting, typing. Finally, Lila, it's not what you think. I almost laughed. What a line. What a tired, cowardly line. Bring the marriage certificate to Chloe's engagement party tomorrow. I typed, calm, as winter glass, or I will. The dots froze. Then, you wouldn't. I didn't reply. I didn't need to. He knew. He knew I would. I put the phone down. Picked up the engagement party invitation from my coffee table. Chloe and Brian, celebrating forever, in cursive, with hearts. Forever. What a joke. I looked at the clock. Midnight. The party was in 18 hours. Chloe would be sleeping now, dreaming of her perfect future, her clean slate. She had no idea her past was about to walk through the door, holding hands with her present. And me, I'd be there too. Smiling in my maid of honor dress, toasting her happiness, handing her the truth like a gift. Something borrowed, something blue, something old, something new, and something broken. Finally coming. The engagement party glowed with fairy lights and lies. Chloe stood radiant in blush silk, Brian beaming beside her. I raised my champagne glass for the toast. Maid of honor smile perfect. To Chloe, I began, voice clear in the hushed room. My sister, who taught me that some secrets are so precious, you'll even steal a dress to keep them. Her smile faltered. I nodded toward the doorway. James stood there, holding a single sheet of paper, the marriage certificate. Something borrowed, I said softly, just to her. My dress, my man, my trust. The room froze. Brian's face went blank. Our mother's hand flew to her mouth. Chloe stared at me, then at James, her perfect world cracking in the glittering light. I set my glass down, didn't spill a draught. Turns out, I whispered, some things can't be borrowed forever. I walked out, leaving the silence behind me, leaving her secrets exposed, leaving my dress and my past finally behind. Some truths don't need shouting, they just need a room full of witnesses and a sister who's done being stolen from.